Hello and welcome to Millika Village. Another game by... what was his name?
Raisu?
Rice, right?
It's Raisu.
Was it a U? The same creator as the person who made Home and the Journey Home.
Yeah.
Which were fantastic games, and this is the newest of his. Right now he's only got 3 games out on Newgrounds, but this one, the last 2 were amazing, so we're very excited for this one. By the way, I'm Prakusa.
I'm Violent Hippie.
And we're the Gaming Goobers.
And we are getting ready to start.
We're very excited about these games, so the intro can wait until we've gushed all over it.
You are a traveler, passing through the mountains to reach your next destination, wherever that may be. It's the peak of winter, and one night you're caught by a ferocious blizzard.
The air becomes even more biting than it already was, and you feel as if your bones will freeze and snap apart. You stumble through the blizzard, blinded by the flurry of snow tossed about in the vicious winds.
You wander aimlessly, seeking any kind of shelter. Suddenly, you lose your footing and find yourself tumbling down a steep slope uncontrollably.
You have little time to process what's happening before your back hits flat ground, quickly followed by the feeling of your head cracking off something hard.
Crack!
Seconds later, you lose consciousness. Dun 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 dun!
Unbeknownst to you, 20 days after you reawaken, a cataclysmic storm would descend upon a small village. Oh no, not the one I'm thinking of. Not the one I'm thinking of. And your efforts, however small, would play a part in deciding the outcome of that catastrophe.
Were you thinking of Life is Strange?
Oh no, I'm thinking it's the village of where the alchemist.
Oh, okay. Because cataclysmic storm.
Yeah.
It's the only part of that game that I know, which is why we'll eventually be doing a playthrough of that soon too, since the prequel is coming out. So, figured it would be fun.
I feel like this is the alchemist.
Yeah. Okay. So you go ahead and read it.
Okay.
An alchemist place.
That's all I can do for them. The potion should set in quickly enough, assuming their body accepts it. You said you found them in the forest? I can't read.
Yeah, it looked like they fell from a high path into the trees. It must have been knocked out by something on the way. I'm guessing that's the adventure, and I think that's the voice I gave him. Oh, they're waking up!
I thought it was the blacksmith. Oh, never mind.
Hey there. Welcome to Millika Village. I think this is a completely separate story. You've been out cold for 2 days. I don't care. It's still amazing.
Please stay still if you can. I gave you a potion and it needs time to set in. Or that might be, Lenora.
Oh, true.
You're safe, though. Your lucky Kira here found you in the forest.
You were roughed up pretty badly, too. I haven't seen that much blood in a while, and...
Okay, Kira, I think they get the idea. By the way, what's your name?
They're not giving us a gender right now, so we can choose either name.
I want a crazy name.
You want a crazy name?
Yes. Like Pellington the Third.
I've been waiting to get this one in here for a while. Dick Biter.
Maybe not that one.
Why not?
That might not be a safe one for YouTube.
It's plenty safe for YouTube. People curse on YouTube all the time. Dick Biter it is.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lasara. I'm an alchemist, and I've become sort of a doctor for the village by extension. And this is Kira, the best huntress in the whole village.
I'm pretty good, it's true.
Anyway, you should get some rest. Once you wake up, come outside and we'll tell you about the village's current situation.
To cut a long story short, you won't be able to leave for a while thanks to the blizzards every night. But we'll tell you the details once you've rested. They leave the room. Your whole body is aching.
You're unsure whether it's the potion taking effect or simply a result of your overexposure to the blizzard. You do as they suggested and try to get some rest. Now I want to read those books. Oh, hello.
You wake up feeling well rested. Most of your aches from earlier have subsided. Your injuries have clearly taken their toll, however.
You feel sluggish and weak, and your thoughts are muddled after the concussion. It will take time to get back to peak condition, physically and mentally.
Regardless, you should go and find the two women from earlier. Oh. So, pause to move. I think you can also, you can also use these.
Oh, okay, that's closer to me, so that would be easier. Oh.
I can do that.
Thank you.
A soothing fire crackles in the shallow pit in the floor. Huh. Oh, Dickbiter, you seem to be recovering well already. All thanks to Lisa, no doubt.
The potion seems to have done the trick. If you're up and about already, just try not to push yourself too hard.
By the way, that room you woke up in is yours for the time you'll be staying here. It's a bit sparse, I know, but it's all we can spare. That's
Right?
like a house. Which reminds me, we need to tell you what's going on. That blizzard you were unlucky enough to get caught in was part of a long stretch of blizzards we've been having. There's a blizzard every night and they're incredibly dangerous. This kind of thing happens every year though. They should start getting weaker in a few days, as they usually do. But for now, that means it's far too risky to leave the village. It's safe during the day, but you'd be caught in a blizzard before you reached any other shelter. You managed to survive because I was lucky enough to find you, but I don't want to test that luck again.
I know this is probably a huge inconvenience for you, but staying here is the best thing you can do right now. You're safe here.
My father, the village chief, should be here shortly. He's eager to meet you. Just don't be surprised if he's a bit, cold, I guess? Oh. There he is now.
Should I do it? Or do you want to?
I got this one.
Okay.
So, this is the one you found in the forest, Kira. Greetings. I am the chieftain of this village. Dickbiter, was it? What an odd name. You're lucky to be alive. These blizzards have taken the lives of many travelers like yourself. You owe this village a great deal, especially Kira and Lysara here. I expect you to pull your weight while you're staying here. These blizzards are cutting off all our supply routes, so we need to provide for ourselves. Each day we need to work to ensure we can survive this weather. Kira is our main hunter and Lysara is our doctor. Myself and some other villagers work in the mines each day to get the materials to strengthen our village against the elements. Now that you're here, you will assist one of us each day. The tavern is always in need of help as well, so there's no shortage of work for you. It will help to have an extra hand and someone who can switch between jobs. Just don't slow us down or be a nuisance to the girls. In fact, we'll need to start working soon. All of you prepare for the day. I must be going now. He's a bit serious a lot of the time. He's nice when you get to know him, though.
He's right about starting work, though. You should get ready to go.
Yeah, true. By the way, Dickbiter, be careful you don't spread yourself too thin with all the work you'll be doing. Getting a balanced amount of skill in different jobs is nice, but it could come back to bite you if you're not specializing in anything. Does that even make any sense? Probably not. Just bear it in mind at least. Regardless, You should get whatever you need and meet us back here in a few minutes.
Take everything you need for the day with you. You should talk to Kira, Lasara, and the chieftain to find work for the day.
A soothing fire crackles in the shallow pit in the floor.
Ah, fire, heat. I like heat. Actually, I don't. Screw you.
Since we're recording this in the summer and it's fucking hot.
Oh, look! Hi!
We have morale, day 1, strength 1, agility 1, intelligence 1, charisma 1. You want to talk to her? What was that? Oh, that was... Okay, so there's 4 things we can work at.
Yeah.
She's probably intelligence.
Yeah.
Because...
This is probably charisma.
Probably charisma because of the bar.
This is
probably agility.
Agility,
because
he'll be strength.
He'll be strength. So, let's choose one to just specialize in. So we'll do like... Because it said spreading yourself out too thin might be a disadvantage. So.
Yeah, it's just we don't know what we're going to be doing, so it's kind of hard to pick something right now.
I'm thinking...
For me, it's between strength and intelligence. But charisma is pretty good, so it's really hard to tell.
Funny, I was thinking agility.
You're thinking agility?
I was thinking agility and intelligence, so let's go with intelligence. So, Lisa it is. Say the hello part.
Hello.
Dick biter.
I was just about to start working. Do you want to help me out for the day?
Sure. Work as a medic for the day.
That's good to hear. It's nice to have some company in these hectic times. I'm sure you'll get used to the work quickly, although be aware that we have a lot of work and we'll need to move quickly. We should go now. There are bound to be plenty of injuries that need healing.
Is there going to be like a mini game between each?
You can do it.
You work with Lysara in her lab for the day. You're surrounded by the sounds of bubbling potions and strangely colored concoctions.
Lasara works at a blinding pace, clearly experienced at her job. You struggle to keep up with her as she gives you various tasks, but you feel you're improving quickly.
You've learned much about alchemy and about curing illness and injuries in the process. Intelligence +2.
Yeah!
What other work do you want to do today? Okay. Tend to patients or deliver potions.
If we deliver potions, I might do agility.
I'd say deliver potions.
Yeah.
You spend the rest of the day delivering potions to people's homes. Time is of the essence and you need to move quickly. Yeah, this is gonna be agility. Agility +1.
You go to sleep for the night. You can hear a blizzard starting outside.
Seems like you'll definitely have to stay in the village until this weather passes. Maybe there is no blizzard.
It's all a lie!
Alright.
So do we want to do her again, or do we want to try and do something else?
Let's try each one at least once.
So, want to do tavern?
Yeah, let's do tavern next.
Let's get drunk!
The tavern apparently needs some extra help. Spend the day working in the tavern? Yeah.
You work in the tavern for the day, serving drinks and conversing with the patrons. You hear many stories while talking with the patrons, and learn a bit about the village.
Charisma +2.
Yeah!
What work do you want to do today? Serve drinks or clean floors and tables? I feel like clean floors and tables might be like a strength or agility thing, but serve drinks is probably another charisma thing.
What do you think?
I like serve drinks.
Serve drinks?
Yeah.
Spend the day serving up drinks and food. You need to work quickly to serve every customer.
Oh, it's agility again.
Oh.
Whoa. You visit the village tavern after the day's work, where you fucking work. Kira is sipping from a mug at one of the tables, relaxing by herself.
She waves to you as you walk in and beckons you over.
It's nice to finally get a chance to talk properly. It's been so busy lately. But you seem to be settling in well enough. Father's stone-cold stare hasn't scared you off, I hope.
Yeah, I want to leave now.
I've been wondering, though. Why were you passing through the area in the first place? And do you have a profession? If I'm being too nosy, please tell me. I can be a bit too curious for my own good sometimes.
No, those are very valid questions.
Those are very valid questions.
You spend a pleasant evening chatting with Kira about your lives up till now. You mention the fact that the chieftain of the village is her father. Wait, yeah.
I think you'll just bring it up again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that isn't as easy as life as you might assume. Oh, as easy a life as you might assume. Father certainly likes to remind me that I'll become a chieftain myself one day. He also likes to remind me that I have a long way to go if I'm going to be any kind of leader. One of the few times I remember being praised by him was when we went hunting, and I showed him how much I improved. It was the only time I've ever seen him surprised in a good way, at least.
You talk for a while longer, and then part ways, getting home before a blizzard starts.
You go to sleep for the night. That was cool. Next will be her. Oh, Dick Biter. You want to help me hunt? Go hunting for the day. Alright. And don't worry if you're new to this. I'll show you how it's done. Let's get going. Time's not exactly on our side.
You go hunting in a nearby forest with Kira. You both move quietly through the forest, bows at the ready.
The only sounds you hear are the faint rustling of leaves underfoot. Anything more than that, and you'll know there's an animal nearby.
You spend the whole day in the woods, getting a good amount of food. You're worn out by the end of the day.
However, you feel like you've become lighter on your feet and more swift. Agility +2. What other work do you want to do today? Scout ahead or gather herbs? Gather herbs is probably intelligence.
Yeah. Scouting ahead might just be more agility or possibly strength.
Well, up to you. You can decide this one.
I'm gonna say gather herbs. Might be good to have more medicine.
You spend the rest of the day gathering herbs for Lysara. You learn more about the area and the various plants that inhabit it.
Intelligence +1. That night, you're called to help out in the tavern. The place is overflowing with people, and you're put to work serving drinks. The patrons are asking for the strongest drinks you have, looking to get blind drunk. Wow, party.
You're reminded of the chieftains stressing the importance of everyone being able to work each morning.
Yeah, probably causing them a lot of stress.
They seem to be eagerly anticipating their drinks. However, they seem to be eagerly anticipating their drinks, however, and want to have a night of fun.
What do you do?
Give them what they asked for or water down the alcohol.
Ooh.
So you can either give them what they asked for, they get super drunk, but this game also has multiple endings.
Yeah, this game has multiple endings. There's morale. So,
But
if they get drunk, they're not going to be able to work tomorrow.
they're not going to be able to work tomorrow, but I feel like it'll give them better morale because they had a good time.
I feel like we should.
What? Water down the alcohol?
No, I feel like we should give him what they ask for. He's working them to the bone.
I'm down to giving them what they asked for.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what's a good decision, but like they've been working their butts off. They need to let loose. You see no problem in letting them enjoy themselves. You give them tankard after tankard of the strongest drinks you can make. The villagers drunkenly tell you they love you as you pour drink after drink.
Charisma +2. Within the hour, They're so far gone that you're impressed they can stay conscious. The next morning, however, they're in such a sorry state that they can barely work.
Yeah.
Overall,
Sorry. Overall, much less work gets done as a result.
Oh, morale went down.
Oh.
I thought that would bring morale up because they'd have a good day.
Yeah, me too. You go to sleep for the night. Oh God, we learned the hard way. Oh God. And now I'm gonna talk to the chieftain. Oh hell no.
We need to get materials to strengthen our walls and homes. I think that's the voice I gave him.
Yeah.
Myself and some other villagers are about to leave for the mines. Are you coming with us? Help gather building materials. The extra help will certainly be useful. Just make sure you keep up with everyone else.
Yeah, I thought letting them have fun would be a good thing.
It's a long day and I don't want anyone slacking off. Yeah, I totally thought letting them have fun would...
I mean, I knew it would affect the next day, but dang. You spend the day mining with the chieftain and a group of other villagers. The long day spent swinging bulky pickaxes in cold, dark tunnels has you worn out.
You feel like your strength is growing as a result of the work, however. Strength +2. What other work do you want to do today? Look for ore deeper in the mines, or assist the other miners with their work.
I feel like assisting might be good. That might be charisma though.
See, I feel like it's a risk thing. I feel like looking for ore deeper in the mine is like a maybe you'll find it. Also, that might be an intelligence thing.
Looking for ore deeper?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm kind of down for either one. I don't know if it really... Let's go with assisting.
You sure?
Yeah.
You see if the other miners need a hand. You help a few of them with their work, having a friendly chat with them all the while.
Yeah, it's certainly charisma.
Yeah. I thought it might be.
You visit the tavern again. This time you end up meeting Lysara, unwinding after the day's work.
How are things?
Dick biter.
Are you getting used to the village yet? Kira mentioned she was talking to you here recently, and I realized I haven't once had a normal conversation with you. I swear, the amount of patience I've had today has a new record, or was a new record. Apparently, many of the villagers thought it was a good idea to drink themselves to death last night. I lost track of how many injuries happened because someone was too hungover and couldn't work properly. I don't suppose you took part in that last night.
You talk for a long while about this and that. You end up talking about her work and how she started.
Oh, I've been studying alchemy and medical practices since I can remember. In fact, my first patient, if you want to call it that, was Kira, of all people. It's how we met, actually. We were both children at the time, and I was looking for herbs in the forest. It was a completely peaceful day, and then I heard a cry of pain in the distance. I didn't know it, but Kira was in the area hunting, or learning to hunt as it was back then. She was cut up pretty badly by a boar that had charged her. She managed to kill it before it got any worse, at least. I found her and threw together a basic potion that would disinfect and heal the wounds. She was so afraid that the chief would find out she was hunting by herself. My potion healed it all up almost instantly. We've been friends ever since then. We're 20 now, so that makes it about 13 years since we met. I'm so tired.
So they were 7?
I guess,
You chat for a You chat for a little while longer before parting ways for the night, and I can't read.
Don't worry, I can't either.
You go to sleep for the night. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing about a blizzard that time.
So, what should we try to work on?
You know what? Let's go with agility.
Agility?
Yeah, we'll focus agility this time. Morning, Dick Biter. You coming hunting today? Sure are. Yeah, sounds good. Let's not waste any time. There's plenty of hungry mouths to feed.
You hunt quietly with Kira. The Agility +2. What other work do you want to do today?
Let's scout ahead this time. See what that does. Spend the rest of the day scouting. If you spend the rest of the day scouting ahead to get lay of the land for future hunts. You have to climb a number of trees and hills to reach the inner forest. Strength +1. Oh, that was strength.
Later that afternoon, after work, you go to the forest with Kira to see if the traps she laid have caught anything. They seem to have caught a normal amount of food.
On the way back to the village, you hear a faint whimpering from behind some trees. Is it a pupper? The two of you investigate it and find a snow-white fox cub, its leg caught in a bear trap. Oh.
It's clearly been severely injured, as in extreme pain. Oh god, no. What do you do?
Try to heal the fox.
Oh god, yeah, no.
Try to heal the fox.
I'm not killing it. You do your best to get the fox out of the trap.
Why would I?
It seems to understand that you're trying to help it. However, you don't know enough to be able to properly treat its wounds.
Oh, I don't think we had enough intelligence. The fox passes out soon after, and you don't expect it will wake up again.
I'm so sorry.
At least you tried your best to help it.
We're so bad.
Come on, let's get back to the village.
We're bad people.
You return to the village, your morale drained slightly. God damn it! We lost even more morale.
Oh god. You go to sleep for the night. Can I not wake up?
Contrary to what Kira said, the blizzards don't seem to be getting weaker.
You wonder if anything might be different about these storms before drifting into sleep. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Took until the third game and now
now
they're hurting us.
Oh my god.
You want the Sarah? Oh, sorry, it said good morning.
I don't
know.
We're probably not going to be able to help anything anytime else. Are you working with me for the day? Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll deliver potions again.
Let's get down to it then. You work with Lasara, helping her make different potions and treating people's various injuries. Intelligence +2.
What other work do you want to do today? Deliver potions. I think 10 to patience will be charisma.
Yeah.
So let's get some more agility. Spend the rest of the day delivering potions to people's homes. Time is of the essence, and you need to move quickly. Agility +1.
You drop by a tavern after working. Kira and Lasara are chatting at a table in the corner. Kira calls you over when they notice you walking in.
Hey, Dickbiter.
Good evening. Oh, Kira mentioned that fox from yesterday. It's a pity it couldn't be saved. Those foxes are fond of humans and the village was a fondness for them. I know. There's no point thinking about it too much. I'm not done thinking about it. How you been doing? Not good.
The three of you talk cheerfully for the evening.
How can I be happy?
How? Wait, Lisa told you about how we met? I only got a few cuts, but I swear I shouted like I broke every bone in my body. I've improved a tiny bit since then for sure.
I somehow left out the part where you nearly shot me.
Oh yeah, that happened, didn't it? I thought Lisa was another boar coming to finish me off, so I just kind of shot at her as she came out from behind a tree.
It's a good thing you couldn't hit anything back then. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now.
Hey, I've always believed I'm a slow learner, and that day it ended up saving your life.
Yeah!
Being naturally bad at things has its benefits.
Yeah! You talk for a while longer before leaving for the night. You go to sleep for the night. I'm still not okay.
I'm so not.
I don't know what this game is thinking.
So not
right
okay
now.
with the fox.
So agility?
Yeah. So we'll go hunting again. Morning, Dickbiter. Coming hunting today? Yeah. Go hunting today. Yes, I'm good. Let's not waste any time. There's plenty of hungry mouths to feed. Yeah, it's the same thing every time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna go the bad route. You like don't care about the game anymore.
After work, Kira... Well, it's all stuff we've read before.
I know.
After work, Kira calls you to the forest. She went hunting again and caught a sizable amount of food.
She also collected some unusual herbs as requested by Lasara.
God damn it. No.
It's far too much for
God
one person
damn
to
it, this
carry,
is strength.
however, so she needs your help. While carrying an unsettling amount of deer and rabbits on your back, you trudge through the forest. A few minutes pass until you've stopped in your tracks. On the path up ahead, you spot a small pack of wolves approaching.
Oh shit. They slowly approach you, snarling menacingly. Rawr, rawr. Kira has no arrows left, and there's no way to outrun them while they're focused on you.
Kira also seems to be thinking up a plan too. What do you do?
See if any of the herbs can help you. Throw some of the food into the forest to distract them. I think the food, right?
I feel like that too, yeah.
Like, maybe our intelligence is high enough to know that there's, like, some sort of herb that we can burn and
But we're gonna lose our morale either way.
So I think throw some food.
Yeah.
You take some of the smallest animals you caught and throw them as far as you can into the forest. With your strength, you can barely throw the animals more than a few feet.
The wolves run straight for you both, barking wildly.
We're failing everything.
They overwhelm you quickly, clawing and biting at you. This is what we get for listening to the game.
Oh my god.
We should have been more even about everything.
You both drop all the food and dive away from the pack, but not before you feel teeth sink into your leg. Agility -3? To make matters worse, you also hear Kira let out a sharp cry of pain. She's covering part of her face, blood spilling out from behind her hand.
It seems like the wolves are more interested in the pile of food than they were in the two of you. You both take the opportunity to run as fast as you possibly can, clutching your wounds the whole time.
You get Lasara to treat your wounds. The bite on your leg heals quickly thanks to a potion, but it seems Kira is in much worse condition.
Lasara says it'll probably leave a scar, even after using a myriad of potions. Morale minus. Can we just die?
You go to sleep for the night.
Yeah, can we just die now?
We're gonna die.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh my god.
I don't need to keep playing. I'm good.
Who do we work for today? Let's go talk to Lasara. Oh my god. Morning, Dick Biter. Oh, that's you, sorry.
Are you working with me for the day?
No, you can't say Dick Biter anyways.
Yeah.
You know, the Dick Biter came from what I use for other games that I play on Newgrounds that ask for names. It's just most of those games are in the adult section.
So, work as a medic?
Yeah, work as a medic for the day.
Let's go to work then. You go to the tavern to unwind after work. The chieftain is in a corner of the room, deep in thought.
He notices you entering and beckons you over. Dick Biter, was it? How goes work?
You talk to the chieftain about your work and how you've been doing.
I see. ... I hope you're not dragging Kira or Lasara down when you work with them. In fact, maybe you already have... Yeah, maybe you already have considering the scar across my daughter's face. Kira told me all about what happened. She says you didn't cause any problems. Although perhaps she would have escaped those wolves unscathed if the more capable person were there with her.
Well, it's your fault for making us work here.
If anything, I'm sure she had her own plan, and her attempts at escaping only got in your attempts at escaping only got in her way. Fuck you! Our village is cut off from society thanks to these storms.
It should be.
I'm a piece of shit. Kira and Lasara seem to have taken a liking to you, but you have yet to prove yourself as a valuable worker in these strained times. Your performance so far is testament to that.
He lectures you in a similar fashion for a little longer.
Fuck you.
Soon after, he dismisses you, saying he needs a plan for the next few days.
Fuck you, old
Yeah,
man.
can we just leave?
Go to sleep for the night. Still, the blizzards aren't getting any weaker. In fact, from the sound of the wind, they seem to be getting stronger. Your room feels colder, too.
Oh, yeah.
There's little ice things. Regardless, you managed to drift off to sleep.
I'm kind of just playing the game to get to 0 morale.
I know, right?
I'm ready to die. I'm done.
Where again?
Well, I mean...
Let's go Kier. Kier. We'll go hunting. We'll get both of them. Morning, Dick Biter. Oh, coming hunting today? Yeah, we're going hunting. Yeah, sounds good. Let's not waste any time. Hungry mouths to feed.
Oh my god.
Bad. You head to the tavern to relax. There's no relaxing at the tavern. The chieftain's a piece of shit. Kier and the chieftain are talking at one of the tables.
They look like they'd rather not be interrupted and haven't noticed you, so you take a seat in a corner and unwind.
And after that, I need to plan out how to be a jackass to this new guy. Plan out who will do what tasks for the day. It's important that you learn the strengths and weaknesses of the people working with you. Arguably, the most important thing, however, is everyone's morale. If someone is in those spirits, they're unlikely to do a good job, even if they're skilled at the work. And morale is something we can influence. We all need to do our best to boost the morale of those around us.
Then maybe actually be a good chieftain and boost our morale. Dang.
In fact, I feel that our morale will be what decides the outcome of our efforts during this winter. Just lay it out there for us.
He seems to be telling Kira about the various things involved in running the village during times like this. After a while, he realizes that Kira is losing focus.
You're losing concentration, aren't you? Huh? No? Well, kind of. Sorry, Father. No, Kira, it's okay. You've been working hard these days. It's no surprise you'd rather just relax. So, tell me, how is everything going? Oh, well, I caught just over the quota you set for deer, although I couldn't quite get enough wolf pelts like you asked, and... No, Kira. I mean, how are you specifically? Forget about your work for now. You deserve the break. What the fuck? I haven't been able to properly talk to you for quite some time, and that's my fault. Oh. Well, I've been doing well, actually. I've been spending a lot of time with Lisa lately, and Dick Biter too.
She continues on for a while, the chieftain listening in intently. Eventually, you head home for the night, leaving the tavern quietly to avoid disturbing the two.
You go to sleep for the night.
Can we're already getting the bad ending. I just want the game to be over now.
I know, right?
I'm done.
Let's work for her.
Okay.
Morning, Dick Biter. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Are you working with me for the day?
I just know you can't say Dick Biter. So
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get to work then.
Oh, you head to the tavern to relax. Kira, Lasara, and the chieftain are talking at one of the tables.
Kira and Lasara seem worried, and the chieftain's face is more serious than usual. The chief calls you over when he sees you. No, thank you.
Dick Biter. While you're here, you may as well hear this too. I'm telling the rest of the village in the morning anyway. I'm sure you've noticed these blizzards aren't getting any weaker. I've been keeping a close eye out for signs of when these storms will pass. I believe they will continue until the end of the month. That being 11 days from now. I assume you've noticed, but the sky is getting darker by the day. Black clouds are starting to gather in a way that shows this is no ordinary storm. In fact, The patterns in the weather are worryingly similar to something my grandfather once told me about. He told me of a rare type of storm, a natural disaster of sorts, that builds up slowly over many days. It continues to build until a time when it reaches its full strength. At that time, it is powerful enough to wipe out villages with gales so fierce they can lift whole boulders off the ground. It causes blizzards cold enough to kill anyone caught in it within minutes and... But you said before that he told you all kinds of old legends and exaggerated stories. Surely he's just making this natural disaster sound worse than it really is. I wish that were true, Kira. But he was completely serious when he told me of this. His own village was almost completely destroyed by one such storm. Although their village was well fortified, they didn't expect it, and only a few survived the night. To make matters worse, our village is far weaker than his was. Although this time, we know it's coming. I'm telling you this not to scare you all, but to make you see that this isn't a joke. The work we're doing each day is to keep us alive through the storm. If we cannot fortify our homes in time for the final storm, many of us will be killed.
Which is gonna happen.
That's the unfortunate truth of this situation. Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot. What?
We can still do something, right? There's a way to get through it, isn't there? Aye, there is. We simply need to work harder and ensure we have each and every building fortified so no storm can break our walls.
He continues on for a while. After a long while, you all return home for the night, worried.
Go to sleep for the night. The blizzards continue to grow in strength. The rustling of the trees outside become more and more agitated each night. You worry about how much stronger it can get before your eyes become heavy and you fall into a deep sleep.
What do you want to do now?
I don't know.
I feel like... I know it's said to, like, work on one thing, but I mean, our strength is pretty low. We might want to work on that.
I know.
I think we should do strength.
Alright. Dick Biter, are you coming with us today? Yes, we're going with you. Very well.
I got it.
We're super smart now.
Later that day, after work, Lasara asks you to help her out with some extra work.
Boom. Super smart. There are no shortage of villagers that she needs to tend to. However, she also needs to tell each of their families about their conditions.
She asks you to do it for her, giving you a list of the families and a description of the patient's condition. Some are simply overworked and exhausted. Others are suffering from far more serious injuries and illnesses.
It looks like you'll have to give a few families some grave news, although Lasara is doing her best to treat everyone. No one is available to help, so you have no choice but to help out.
You spend that evening visiting each family, sitting down with worried husbands, wives, and children. How do you break the news to the families?
Be straightforward, leaving no detail out.
It's gonna break morale, but I mean, they deserve to know the truth.
Yeah, and I think this one might be a charisma thing too.
Yeah.
We didn't get our charisma up very high. You're up front with the families about each patient's condition.
You tell them exactly what's wrong with them and their odds of survival. Although some of them appreciate the honesty, many of them are distraught at the news.
It strains their morale quite a bit.
I knew it would.
Oh my god. Charisma -2. Yep. Morale -10.
I'm just waiting for the game to be done.
You go to
all
sleep for the night. Oh my god.
What do you want to work on?
Doesn't matter.
I know.
Intelligence.
Oh, intelligence.
I'm gonna be a smart cookie.
I've got it.
I know, but...
That night, you visit the tavern. Kira and Lasara are at one of the tables. You join them after Kira waves you over. Lasara seems distressed, and it looks like Kira is trying to calm her down.
There's nothing to worry about, Lisa. We're all working hard every day. And Father has everything planned, so we'll be more than prepared for the storm.
But what if it's worse than we think it will be? The clouds are getting darker by the day. The wind is getting strong enough to topple trees. Plenty of the villagers are worried sick about their injured families and friends, and we have barely any energy to work. I sent
Dick Biter?
to put their minds at ease, but it didn't help at all from the sounds of things.
We failed every single one of these things.
How can we know if we're ready if it's only gonna be getting stronger? Or whatever.
What's the point in thinking that way? We just have to have hope in ourselves and in the village. We have the time and methods to strengthen the village before the real storm arrives. With the right mindset and hard work, we'll be able to get through it just fine.
No, we won't. We have 10 morale. We're gonna lose that 10.
Yeah, we're dead.
We're getting the bad ending. They continue discussing this for a while. Lasara is worrying, being eased slightly as Kira talks. After a while, you change this topic to get your mind off of things.
You chat for a while before turning in for the night.
And of course we're gonna say it by now.
Sleep for the night. Let's go hunting. Morning, Dick Biter. You coming hunting today? Yes, we're going hunting today. Go hunting for the day. You relax in the tavern with Kira after work. After a while, a rough-looking man bolts up from his chair and begins shouting at the top of his lungs, his words slurred.
He screams about how the village is doomed and how there's no way to save it from the storm. He speaks about how he was one of the few survivors of the same catastrophe in one of the northern cities.
The other villagers are clearly affected by his words, but seem to be too low-spirited to do anything about him. What do you do?
Well, we don't have enough strength,
Yeah, and I think try to calm him down's charisma.
so we can't do anything.
Let's try to calm him down.
You try to calm the man down to the best of your abilities. Your words have no effect on him, and you make a weak attempt at swaying his opinion.
Everyone looks even more defeated and you return to slump in your chair, Kira's expression dark.
There we go. There's the 0. Are we done now?
You go to sleep for the night. The blizzard grows yet more violent. Your door rattles in the wind, and without the fireplace, you'd be completely frozen.
You manage to fall asleep, although it's a disturbed one. Can we be done? I'm done.
I think we're almost done. I think
Okay.
we're almost good. So let's go. I don't think it really matters who we work for right now.
Yeah, let's help her.
Okay.
Morning.
Dick Biter.
Are you working with me for the day? Let's get to work then.
You drop by the tavern after work. Kira is sitting by herself, looking lost in thought.
She half waves at you as you walk in.
Hey, Dick Biter. How's it going? I seem distracted? Yeah, maybe so. I've just been caught up thinking about this whole situation. Father lectured me on how important everyone's morale is. I mean, just remember that man from last night. He's given up hope entirely, and only you tried to stop him. No one else did anything. Not even I did anything. I'm supposed to become a chieftain someday. Some leader I'll be. When I walk through the village some days, I see people working, but they have no energy at all. It's like they've just accepted that this storm will crush us. Are they right? If so many people have stopped trying completely, then is there any point to trying to give them some kind of optimism?
Oh no, Kira, I like you.
I mean, I know I had a similar discussion with Lisa about this, but I kind of need to put on a brave face for her, you know? She's a warrior. If she saw me like this, I think she'd just get more panicked.
You talk with Kira for a long while, doing your best to reassure her. She slowly gets her optimism back, looking disappointed in herself.
I'm being an idiot right now. I go on and on to Lisa about staying positive, but now I'm here brooding over something that hasn't happened. Thanks for listening to me, Dick Biter. Don't worry. I'm back to my usual positive self now.
It's okay to have off days, man.
And just forget about this weird moment of weakness, please. And no telling Lisa. She has enough to worry about with keeping people alive every day.
You chat about some lighthearted things for a while before going home.
You go to sleep for the night.
What do you want to do?
At this point, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to speed through it.
Okay, then let's work on strength.
I mean, literally, I'm going to speed this part up.
Yeah, no, I know.
Holy shit, look at the clouds.
Yep.
They're like right. After work, you go for a walk around the village outskirts. At night, you stumble across a woman, face down in the snow. Blood is seeping through the snow around her.
You rush over to her and turn her onto her back carefully. She's barely conscious and talks to you through shuddering breath.
She went to the forest alone yesterday evening, hoping to help the village by doing extra work. She was on her way back when she was caught in a blizzard, much earlier than usual.
She fell from a steep hill and tumbled into some sharp rocks below. She's bleeding profusely from multiple deep wounds on her arms. It seems they were cut open by the rocks when she tried to break at her fall.
She made it this far by herself, but she can't stay conscious for much longer, and any more blood loss will kill her. What will you do?
I mean, her intelligence is 17.
See, but I kind of want to lose. At this point, we're like going towards the bad ending. I know rush her to Lysara hoping you make it in time is probably a strength move. So we'll probably fail that. Which is why I'm thinking we'll just fail it, since we failed everything.
I need something positive to happen.
Fine, traitor yourself.
I need something to happen.
Oh,
sorry.
Skip it.
You're able to stop the bleeding and ease some of the pain with some potions in your bag. It was just the same, like you use the stuff you learned from Lysara.
No, you've helped Lysara treat enough wounds, you know what to do, but still. She'll need more advanced treatment from Lysara, but you bought the woman much more time.
You carry the woman to Lysara's clinic, where she quickly makes space to treat her. After a few hours, the woman is healed up and sleeping soundly.
You return home for the night, proud of yourself for saving a life. Morale up? Oh my goodness.
You go to sleep. I needed something good to happen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my back hurts.
Okay, let's work the bar.
Sure. Yes. Can we get drunk while we work here? You work in the tavern, blah 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 blah. What will you do?
We did serve drinks, and I think that was a jelly. Let's clean the floors this time. Yep, strength. I thought that was strength. You go to relax in the tavern as usual. Sarah is calmly sitting at a table, sipping at her drink occasionally.
Good evening.
Dick Biter.
That woman you found last night is recovering just fine, by the way.
Awesome.
We saved her in the nick of time.
Yeah, if we had tried to just take her back, she would have died.
You should have seen her family's reaction when I told them she'd be okay. It's been a while we last had the chance to talk. Well, we haven't had the chance to talk about normal things, at least. I don't count discussing the best way to put a bone back in place or prepare life-saving potions as a normal conversation.
You talk about all sorts of things for quite some time.
I've had time to think about what Kira said when I was panicking that day we heard about the storm. And she's right. There's no point getting hung up thinking about the worst-case scenario when there's still a chance to make everything better. I've always admired that side of Kira. I don't necessarily mean her constant optimism, although that's incredible too. I've always been amazed by her ability to keep a brave face when someone else is panicking. I know her well enough to know that she has moments where she doubts her own optimism, but she doesn't ever stay that way for long. She always comes back to being the same determined person in the end. She probably thinks no one can see that side of her, but she's so easy to read that it's obvious if you know her long enough. She'll make a great chieftain someday, if she chooses to go down that path.
You chat for a bit longer and eventually decide to return home for the night.
Go to sleep. The blizzard rages outside, and apparently it'll be even stronger in a few days.
You hear boulders being pushed around by the gales outside. You remember the chief mentioning how the final storm can cause gusts enough to launch boulders off the ground entirely.
You hope it's just an exaggeration from the stories his grandfather told him. Oh my god, my back. Agility maybe?
Yeah, sure. Morning, Dick Biter. Coming hunting today? Yep. We're going hunting. Yep.
You help Kira bring back food from the forest again. While walking back to the village, you find the path that has been cut off by what must have been a recent landslide.
Mounds of large boulders are clustered on the path, blocking off access completely. There's not a chance of climbing over them while also carrying the rabbits and deer you caught.
Kira tries her best to move the rocks, but the larger ones are too heavy for her.
Ugh, this is impossible. We'll have to take the long way around, and hopefully the other villagers will work out a way to move all this. What will you do? Try moving the boulders, take the long way home. I think long way is probably agility.
Yeah, and we have 15 agility.
So,
yeah.
Probably take the agility route. You return to the village, taking the long path home. At night, you hear a group of people talking about the landslide.
It seems a group of villagers cleared the rocks. However, they also discovered a corpse trapped beneath the rocks. After examination, it seems he died a few hours after being trapped.
No! 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 You realize that at the time you and Kira found the landslide, he was alive and desperate for help beneath the rocks. You and Kira are both shocked and your energy is instantly drained when you think of how you could have helped had you known.
But they didn't know.
We're out.
We're going to sleep.
I don't even care. I don't care what we do anymore. The tavern. We need more charisma.
Oh my god. You go to take a rest at the tavern after work.
The tavern's no fun.
The chieftain is in his usual corner. He waves to you and gestures towards a seat on the other side of the table.
Greetings, Dick Biter. How are things? It's you.
Oh, you want me to do that? You talk to the chieftain after work and how you've been improving.
It's going well. I thought as much. Listen, Dick Biter, I'll be honest with you. I've heard plenty of good things about you from Kira and the Sara. Even the other miners say you've been very helpful. You've stayed positive and hopeful throughout your work, which can't be said for everyone in the village. I just want to say, well, I'm sorry for misjudging you at first. We're still going to die.
Yeah, everyone's going to die now, but you know what? At least you're apologizing for being
I was hoping for an epic fail. I was hoping for the 0 morale, actually. Once we started failing that hard, you were new to everything, and you arrived at a time when an extra person meant less food for everyone else. Honestly, I thought you would just be a burden on the village. But I was wrong. I can't keep blaming you for the scar on Kira's face. If she were alone, she may have been in even greater danger. But I have no way of knowing that. You've worked consistently in your time here, and you've done well to pull your weight. In fact, I owe you a drink.
Thank you.
Feel free to stay a while. I'm curious to what you were doing before you wound up in our village.
The two of you have a long, pleasant conversation. Eventually, you return home for the night.
Oh my god. You fall asleep. You go to sleep tonight. It's fucking cold.
Well, our morale's back to 0.
Yeah, we'll get charisma.
I like...
You return to the village after work and find that all the villagers are boarding up their homes in preparation for the storm. They're racked with anxiety, and many of them are at the end of their strength. You should help out in some way. What will you do? Help board the homes yourself? Try to give the villagers motivation and a burst of energy. Well, that sounds like it's strength versus charisma, and our charisma's actually better.
So, motivate?
Motivate. You act as a group leader, giving the villagers encouragement and motivation.
If anything, you're just a nuisance to the villagers. They become irritated with you, and one of them tells you to be quiet and focus on boarding up your own home.
Go to sleep for the night.
Yeah, we don't have enough stuff.
Yeah, I don't even care what.
Yeah.
We're just...
Oh, the chieftain needs a hand.
So we have to go to the chief this time. Dickbiter, are you coming with us today? Yeah? Very well. We should leave immediately. Okay, so it's still... You check the tavern to see if anyone is around.
Kira and Lasara are sitting at the usual table, looking anxious.
Hey, Dickbiter.
Evening.
This is the last night, huh? There's no more work we can do now. Time to see just how well we've prepared.
The three of you sit quietly for a while, the air heavy. After a while, Kira starts a conversation, and you all chat to get your minds off of the coming storm.
After a while, you notice you should be getting home, but your anxiety keeps you from feeling tired. I'll be honest, there's not a chance I'll be able to sleep tonight.
Me too. The wind alone has been keeping me up some nights lately.
You're the same, Dickbiter? You shouldn't stay in the tavern anyway. The owners look like they'd rather be alone tonight.
Who lives closest to here?
That'd be you, right, Dickbiter? Is it okay with you if we all stay there for the night? Lisa lives alone. There's no way I'm letting her spend the night by herself when we don't even know if our own buildings will stay standing tonight. And Father would be happy to know I'm with you too.
You return home along with Kira and Lisara to wait out what would happen should be the final storm. The wind is howling outside, louder than you've ever heard.
You have to put furniture in front of the door to stop it blowing over. Lightning flashes and thunder booms all around.
You hear what sounds like the splintering of trees. Rocks are flung into the sides of the building, whipped up by the intense winds.
Father was right after all. This is some kind of apocalypse.
All we can do now is hope our efforts were enough. Come sunrise, we'll find out just how much damage the storm has done. And we'll see everyone else. I know it.
You're right. All we can do now is hope.
The night crawls on.
Crawls on. And in the end,
everyone died.
Your efforts weren't enough.
We know. The walls of your room were battered down by the elements, and the ceiling falls in on itself.
We all fucking died.
You're all exposed to a cold you've never felt before, Around you, buildings are crushed by the overwhelming force of the monstrous storm.
The village's efforts were pitiful compared to this disaster. There's no refuge from the elements. There's nothing you can do to fight it.
Trees are toppled and rocks are thrown through the air by the cataclysm. The storm rages for the entire night.
Although for you and the others, it only lasted a short while. You do all you can to survive, but it's all in vain.
Your last moments are spent shivering in the biting cold, along with Kira and Lasara, before all fades to black.
The end. The shit end. Okay. We got the worst possible ending on our first try.
I knew it. I knew I couldn't trust this person.
I know, right? So now, what we're gonna do is you'll see us or hear from us in a second as we go through and get the other two endings.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get the other two endings for you guys. Because just only getting a bad ending, I feel bad now. Yeah. I need to get the other endings.
I'm gonna work as fast as I can, and I think I know the decisions I need to make.
Oh, wait. Shouldn't we just make separate videos?
No.
You're just gonna do it all in one video?
No, I'm just gonna add the endings to the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna add... We'll skip from right about here.
Okay.
And on to our second ending.
And in the end.
And in the end... ...
The
sun rises and the storm fades away quickly. Some of the buildings were beaten down by the storm and many are injured.
There's a few who have yet to be found. But overall, you survived.
Once the blizzards die out completely, you have no choice but to leave. The village is overflowing due to the loss of several buildings.
There's simply no room for you here, much to Kira and Lasara's disappointment. They send you off at the village entrance, along with the chieftain, who thanks you for your assistance during your time there.
As you walk through the now peaceful mountains, you wonder what would have happened had things turned out differently. You put those thoughts aside, however, and continue on through the snow, planning your next journey.
Wherever that may be. The end. Oh.
That was the halfway ending, so you get kicked out of town because there's not enough room for you or even for the rest of the village, but the village will recover, and at least not everybody fucking dies freezing in the snow.
Yep.
Oh my god, the first ending.
Floofer's okay. That's kind of all I care about right now. Floofer!
So happy that we had Floofer.
Are you gonna be alright?
I like the happy ending.
I like the happy ending too.
We recorded this third, but it's going in second, so don't worry. Alright. Well, now you guys get to see the happy ending we're talking about.
Yeah!
Okay, so we're back, and pretty sure this will have a new ending. Hopefully the good ending.
Yeah, hopefully the good ending. It seems like it will be.
We may put this at the end of the video, just so that it ends with a happy note instead of the middle ending being at the end, but we definitely did this one second. Let's see. Wind is howling outside, louder than you've ever heard. You have to put furniture in front of the door to stop it blowing over.
Lightning flashes and thunder booms all around. You hear what sounds like the splintering of trees.
Rocks are flung into the sides of the building, whipped up by the intense winds. Father was right after all. Oh yeah, she's still got a scar on her face.
Yeah, I know, I saw.
Oh, but I got Foxo.
We got Foxo, guys.
Yeah, because the fox, I was able to heal it. I increased my intelligence enough to heal it. The fox didn't die, and I got to keep it as a pet.
Yeah.
And I named it Fluffer.
Fluffer-nuffer.
Fluffer. This is some kind of apocalypse.
All we can do now is hope our efforts were enough. Come sunrise, we'll find out just how much damage this storm has done. And we'll see everyone else. I know it.
You're right. And besides, I'm sure Fluffer will keep us all safe, right, buddy?
Hmm.
All we can do now is hope. The night crawls on.
Dot, dot, dot.
And in the end, dot, dot, dot.
Yeah, I was gonna do my dramatic dots.
Sorry.
It's okay. The sun rises and the storm fades away quickly. The black clouds make way for a clear blue sky.
The storm was no match for the combined determination of the village. The village greets you the following morning, the same as always.
You spend that day and night celebrating with the villagers.
Getting crunk.
The following morning, you start packing what few belongings you have, preparing to leave.
It would be wrong if you assume you can just be a freeloader here, after the hospitality you've been shown.
I mean, you've been doing a lot of work though, so you're not a freeloader.
You step outside to find the others talking amongst themselves.
They call you over when they see you. Get over here.
I'm moving. Last time I just died before I got to talk. Dick Biter! You're getting ready to leave, right? Father said he wanted to tell you something. You see, the village survived the storm with only minor damage. That means there's plenty of room available here, and we owe you a great deal for helping us. If you wish, you can call this place your home. If you still need to leave, just know that the village will always welcome you as its own.
Whether you want to stay or not is up to you.
Things would certainly be a lot more interesting with you around, though. And I'm sure Floofer here would agree with me on that one. Or Fluffer. I don't know. I was trying to go for Floofer, but I was pretty sure I spelled it wrong. So
I think Floofer is F-L-O-O.
I was pretty sure it was O-O, but I was like, fuck it. Even though he's still sleeping, as always. I swear, you don't move an inch unless someone's petting you.
We understand if you have places to be, however. The choice is yours.
Stay with the Floofer. So? What? Oh. Is he gonna give me the choice? The end. I don't know.
Huh. It's up in the air.
Ah, beautiful.
Okay, that's a much better ending.
That warmed my heart in a way I needed after freezing to death.
I screamed a little. I made sure not to do it near you guys. I screamed a little.
Oh my god. Okay, so
yay! Ending on a happy note.
And now to do the last ending. Or if I decided to put the middle ending in between, then this is all going to sound like nonsense. And you're gonna be like, I see past the curtain.
I almost feel like we should just end with these two.
Well, no, I want to get that other ending.
Okay.
I just want to show it.
Okay.
I went through all the trouble of getting this ending. I might as well get the middle ending.
Then, depending on where we put it, this will either be the end, or we'll end it on the other one.
Oh, but you know what? This might just make it easier to get our sign off, so see y'all in the next one.
Chi-chi, everybody.
Goodbye.